Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NWA Samhain 4. We are coming off an amazing NWA 78 with this Samhain 4 being the first big show to happen since that event. And we have an amazing card lined up for you. We will see the continuation of the American Dream Gauntlet with all 8 participants in the tournament competing in their respective singles matches tonight. Who will earn the 3 points in this tournament? We'll find out tonight. We will also see Lexi Cabrera make her second defense of her NWA World Women's Championship as she defends against the former record-breaking Women's World Champion Kenzie Page. Kenzie did win a triple threat that included Yuka Sakazaki and Masha Slamovich on NWA Power to earn this opportunity. Can she regain the NWA World Women's Championship, or Lexi Cabrera once again retain after winning at NWA 78? But then in our main event, we will see Punishment Martinez, James Mitchell's personal punisher, take on Chris Brookes with the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship on the line. Chris Brookes did beat Bishop Dyer for the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship in the main event of NWA 78, but his moment was ruined by the debuting Punishment Martinez. And over the next few weeks, Punishment Martinez made Chris Brookes' life a living hell, beating him down twice and sending him to a hospital. Can Chris Brookes once again defy the odds to retain his NWA World's Heavyweight Championship? Or will Punishment Martinez start a new reign of terror over the NWA? We'll find out this and so much more tonight at Samhain 4. So in our opening pre-show match, we have a 42 rated triple threat tag team match for the NWA World Women's Tag Team Championships, as Kylie Page and Emi Sakura once again defend their NWA World Women's Tag Team Championships against Mesa Ruger and Valentina Feroz, and Promise Braxton and La Rosa Negra. Again, it's unfortunate that Saruga and Feroz don't work well as a team. Again, it was just Feroz's first and only appearance here in the NWA. We may see her back, but she was just on a one-night only deal. But Sakura and Page make a strong fourth defense of their NWA World Women's Tag Team Championships. In our next match, we see Odinson defeat Dylan McKay in just over 8 minutes with an F10. Again, it is a strong showing from both these here. Odinson getting a 50, McKay a 35, equaling to a strong 47. However, in the match, we also saw Marsh Rockette come out at ringside, seemingly scouting one of the wrestlers in this match. Marsh Rockette is still managed by Bully Ray, so maybe Bully Ray has sent Marsh Rockette out to maybe scout a new client. And then in our final pre-show match, Los Tranquilos defend their NWA United States Tag Team Championships against the returning Daisy Kill and Carson Drake. Again, a decent 41 rated match here. It is the worst match of the pre-show, but it is a good defense for Los Tranquilos. Again, Takahashi being the best of the match, getting a 51. Carson Drake getting a 27. Daisy Kill a 21. Unfortunately, they don't have any chemistry as tag team partners, but the same with Feroz. Daisy Kill is only on a one-night only deal. He did come to me before the show and asked to be put on the show, and I did very much oblige. He did leave NWA earlier in the year as a permanent roster member, but he was back for this one show. But for now, we will start the main show of Samhain 4. So the show opens up with a triple threat match for the NWA World Junior Heavyweight Championship, as Breeze manages to once again defend his NWA World Junior Heavyweight Championship against JT Dunn and Jack Cartwheel, when he pins JT Dunn with an impaler or an implant DDT. Again, he defends once again against Jack Cartwheel, who did defeat JT Dunn on NWA Power to earn this opportunity, with JT Dunn winning a 6-way to earn this opportunity first of all. But Breeze once again manages to escape with the NWA World Junior Heavyweight Championship. We'll then go to a really good 61 rated match as our first match of the American Dream Gauntlet for Samhain 4 ends with a Matt Lee victory as he beats Oliver Carter in about 9.5 minutes. but this is following interference from Robbie E. If we remember, Matt Lee did lose his first match in the American Dream Gauntlet to Dozer, but he manages to pick up 3 points in this second match here. Gucci did have a bit of a get-together to see how exactly they can start becoming a bit more successful here in the NWA, with Breeze being the NWA World Junior Heavyweight Champion and Matt Lee finally getting on the board here in the American Dream Gauntlet, and it seems that their team meeting has worked. We'll then go backstage to see Weber Hatfield in catering. If we recall, he did beat Matt Lee to become the new NWA World Television Champion at NWA 78, but we haven't actually seen him since. But when he's backstage in catering, Mike Mondo comes up to him. Mondo says that Weber had the best night of his entire career at NWA 78, but what's he done since? Where's he been? He's not been on NWA programming, he hasn't defended his television championship, so where's he been? Mondo says that the NWA management is holding homegrown guys like Mike Mondo and Weber Hatfield down, and Weber should join him in a revolution against all the new guys that are coming into the NWA and demanding and getting shots. Again, Weber Hatfield earned his place here in the NWA. He started off as just a one-night only deal. Now is the NWA World Television Champion. Mike Mondo is a former television champion and former national heavyweight champion. But again, they seem to be overlooked here in the NWA, so Mondo wants a revolution, but we'll have to see if Weber Hatfield joins this revolution. We'll then go to the National Heavyweight Championship match, as Keith Lee does in fact manage to defeat Bojack with a Spirit Bomb. Again, Bully Ray was banned from ringside during this. He did manage to stay on the entrance ramp just towards the end of the match. He did come out just to have a look, but he just saw Bojack lose to Keith Lee. Again, Bojack and Bully Ray have been thorns in the side of Keith Lee, but it is quite a strong victory here and a good first defense of the National Heavyweight Championship for Keith Lee. But I'm fairly sure that Bojack and Bully Ray are not quite done with Keith Lee yet. We'll then go to our second match of the American Dream Gauntlet of the night, as Max the Impaler gets on the board by defeating Spencer Slade in both of their first matches of the tournament. Again, it is just under 9 minutes. It is a really good 54 rated match. Max the Impaler getting a 59, Spencer Slade getting a 57. They are both heels, so that's why the match rating isn't as good as it could be. But it seems like Spencer Slade is getting stale. It was gimmicks getting stale, so we may have to alter that quite soon. But Max the Impaler does get 3 points on the board here. We'll then go to our third match of the American Dream Tournament, as Bishop Dyer gets on the board also by defeating Fuego del Sol with an end of days. Again, it's just under 11 minutes. It's a good 61 rated match, and it does mean that Bishop Dyer gets his first 3 points in a second match here in the American Dream Gauntlet. After this, we go outside. An outside broadcast, they're not in the arena, as RVD and Wildcard are seen leaving a smoke-filled backroom of a nightclub. RVD says he's been showing his boys how to live, how to celebrate, after winning the NWA World Tag Team Championships at NWA 78. But they know they now have to defend what is theirs, those NWA World Tag Team Championships. They'll be coming to NWA Power on Tuesday, and they're issuing an open challenge to any team, not just in the NWA, but the entire world, who wants a shot. We'll then go to an excellent 70 rated match, as Lexi Cabrera manages to once again defend her NWA World Women's Championship against Kenzie Page. Again, she wins with a Twisted Bliss. It is a really good 70 rated match here. Cabrera getting a 63, Kenzie Page getting a 65. So a really good defense for Lexi Cabrera, defeating a very game Kenzie Page. But the camera has to quickly cut away from Lexi Cabrera's celebrations, as we see Yuka Sakazaki and Masha Slamovich backstage brawling. It takes multiple security and multiple minutes to pull these women apart, but it does seem like they've done significant amounts of damage to each other, as both women are bleeding. Again, they simply can't stay away from each other. They've been brawling for quite some time, it seems like, and their rivalry has completely exploded here at Samhain 4. After this, we go to another part of backstage as we have Chris Brookes. He said he's beaten, he's broken, but that's not going to stop him fighting tonight. He's only just got out of hospital on Tuesday after discharging himself. He knows he's got one hell of a fight tonight, but he promises that at the end of the night, he will keep his NWA World Heavyweight Championship. So we'll have to see in the main event whether or not Chris Brookes can retain or Punishment Martinez will walk away, the new NWA World Heavyweight Champion. But before that, we have another match and the final match of the American Dream Gauntlet here at Samhain 4 as Dozer draws with Ortiz following a double pinfall. Again, both men will pin each other simultaneously. It is a good 71 rated match. These men have faced many times before. They are seemingly the two favourites here for the American Dream Gauntlet, and they can't find a conclusive winner here. Both men are on 3 points here, but they are now on 4 points, but both men did win their first match in the American Dream Gauntlet, but they've drawn together here in a really good 71 rated match. But after all this is cleared, we get Mark Henry in the ring. He demands that Preston Vance tell him where Titus is. He sent Titus to NWA headquarters, but he hasn't heard from him in days. He sent him on NWA Power, but he hasn't heard from him since then. Preston Vance comes out holding a bloody and beaten Titus. But he's not alone. He has Corey Graves with him. Graves grabs the microphone and he says this is what happened to Titus when he tries to get in NWA headquarters. What happened to Titus was ordered by the new president of the NWA, and Corey Graves himself is the personal assistant of the new president of the NWA, and they are here tonight at Samhain 4, and they are here right now. And the president, the new president of the NWA comes out, and it is Stephanie McMahon. She says that Mark Henry has been far too comfortable for far too long. So she, with her first act as NWA president, is installing her personal assistant Corey Graves as a brand new co-GM in the NWA along with Mark Henry. So the entire NWA has been turned upside down as Billy Corgan has been ousted as the president and Stephanie McMahon has assumed control of the NWA here. But we have one more match left for tonight, and that is the main event for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship between Punishment Martinez and Chris Brookes. And in a really good 71 rated match, Chris Brookes manages to defeat Punishment Martinez with a fast roll-up. Again, he manages to escape and survive Punishment Martinez. Martinez does look extremely strong throughout the match. He is beating on Chris Brookes, but Chris Brookes luckily manages to retain after a very quick roll-up that caught Punishment Martinez off guard. I'm sure Punishment Martinez is not done with Chris Brookes. He'll be demanding another match due to the lucky way that Chris Brookes has retained tonight. But Chris Brookes is still the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, and he is going to continue to be so as long as he's able to continue to beat Punishment Martinez. But for now, we'll finish the show to see what rating we got. So this show gets a 66 rating. Again, a decent rating for NWA at the moment. Again, we're still hampered by broadcast quality. We may hopefully be upgrading that soon if we keep making the money we are making. But it does increase our popularity in 53 regions. Again, we were at a sellout 5,000 people here at the Ocean Centre in Southeast. So it was a really, really strong and positive show. So we will be praising Chris Brookes, Lexi Cabrera and Kenzie Page for their 3 excellent matches tonight, or their 2 excellent matches tonight. Brookes is very happy, Lexi Cabrera is pleased, and Kenzie Page was also very happy. There was an injury. Let's see. Laura's Negra's broken nose. It'll only take her out for 7 days. She'll probably just miss NWA Power, but again, she's not actually on that very much, so that should be fine. We'll look at our financial report. We made $89,000 tonight. Again, ticket sales were 90,000, merchandise was 15,000, pay-per-view revenue was 27,000. So a huge, huge profit here made for the NWA. Again, hopefully that will be able to boost us quite a bit in finally upgrading our broadcast quality. But we'll see our popularity recap, see if we've gone up in any regions. Again, we've gone up 1 in New England, we've gone up in Australia, we've gone up in Centro, varying different regions. We've gone up by 1 popularity point, but we do have gains everywhere. Hopefully we will gain a little bit more as we go through NWA Power on Tuesday. But for now, I will see you back at the home screen where we go through a little bit more of the popularity of the wrestlers and some of the title reigns that we've been going through. So here we are back at the home screen. Again, doesn't look like there's much. There's a new champion in CMLL as Dark Silhouettes won the CMLL World Women's Championship. Stardom seemed to be getting Mercedes Moné, and Ishii won the Royal Road Tournament in All Japan. We'll have a look at our emails. Again, Power has ended its run on NWA Reels. Not NWA Reels, just on Reels. And it begins on Axis TV. We've got final confirmation that we are finally on Axis TV, which hopefully should improve our viewership a decent amount. Again, there's confirmation that Oddison's left All Japan due to his tour contract ending. Luis Negra, again, injured. The buy rate for Sam Hain was 39,000 buys. Hopefully we can start improving that relatively soon. But we'll start to look through the roster. Again, we'll look at some people that I've been pushing a fair amount, see where they've been. Again, we may have seen some people like that already. There are some updates in terms of contracts also. So we'll have a look at some of them. So looking at the expiry date of some of the contracts, you may notice that Kerry Morton is coming up in 5 days. This is because Kerry Morton did in fact hand in his notice for the NWA. It wasn't my decision to let him go, but he is going to be leaving the NWA. He handed in his notice and he is leaving. We'll also see Carson Drake leave the NWA and Casey Kazana. Again, they've been here from the start, but they haven't really improved much. Matt Lee, at the moment, is someone that I have offered the contract out, and hopefully he'll re-sign relatively soon. But I can see many of these people with their contracts coming up, or quite a few of them, probably won't be here for much longer. Again, Naito and Takahashi, I might re-sign Takahashi, but I don't think Naito is going to stay for very long. His ratings haven't been the best, and I am in the process of starting to sign these sort of ongoing contracts to more official written deals, so they do eventually have expiry dates. But that's in terms of contracts. In terms of our roster, we'll have a look at some people I have been pushing to see how their popularity has begun to improve. The first one, obviously, we did look at him last episode as well, but it is Chris Brookes. His popularity, I imagine, has gone up once again. He's around 52 now in most of America, around 47 in Puerto Rico and Hawaii. We'll have a look at the progress he's been making. Again, you can see exactly where Colby Carino got injured. He went from a 19 to a 36 in 1 month, and has gone from a 36 to a 52 in a matter of about 4 months. So he has had quite an extended, quick push here. But again, he is the new NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. Another person I've been looking to push quite a bit is Jack Cartwheel. So we look at his progress to what he's been. We didn't sign him that long ago, but he has improved slightly. Again, his popularity is now around mid-20s to 30s to 40 in Tri-State. Again, he hasn't been here very long, but he is someone I am looking to push a fair bit. He's young, he's 26, his stats are good, and he can definitely still improve. We're also looking at pushing Bojack quite a bit. So Bojack, again, really good brawler, really young, again 26, same as Jack Cartwheel. Again, his popularity is sort of mid-20s most places, 45 in Mid-Atlantic, low 30s in others, and it has been improving a fair amount since he started here in the NWA. If we have a look, I believe he joined, again, this area here, and it has been steadily improving ever since, but I imagine he will get a decent push quite soon. Again, if there's anyone you do want to see the popularity for, then obviously put them in the comments and I'll try and show them in the next big event. Again, we do have NWA Power, 2 episodes of NWA Power before that. So the next episode will be your first 2 tapings of NWA Power. Then the next episode after that will be the second 2 tapings. But then we'll move on to NWA Not Dead Yet. That will be the next episode that we go through. Have a look at quick look at finances before we end. Again, we have made quite a lot of money, $177,000 this month. Sponsorships are really high, broadcast revenues high, ticket sales are high. Everything has gone up huge. We did recently upgrade our merchandise as well. So we have, again, had huge progress here, especially financially. But our production, hopefully, will start to improve that quite a bit soon. These are the areas we are slightly down on if we try and upgrade in-house. Again, it will cost $75,000 per month instead of the $7,500 a month. Then if we upgrade this, again, it's costing $15,000 a month and $10,000 per night of shows. Whereas it costs, $1,500 for night shows and $7,500 per month. Again, I imagine we will be able to deal with this as we go through. But again, I'd rather keep the money coming in as it is at the moment. Then when we start to make even more in terms of the pay-per-view revenue goes up as well, I will start to increase these broadcast qualities. But as for now, I will end the episode here. Like I said, if there's anything else you do want to see in the next big event, then drop it in the comments and I will share it to you then. Again, it will be in 3 episodes time. But again, if you do want to see it, drop it in the comments and I will go through that. But thank you very much for watching once again. Hopefully you did enjoy. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that bell notification icon if you do want to be notified when the next episodes come out. But as for now, I will see you at the next 2 tapings of NWA Power.